Okay. That was a mighty fine episode of Doctor Who. That was a really good episode of Doctor Who. And I think that the shock of the new is abating somewhat. There's still something about the way this is filmed. There's something about the way that the story is structured that just feels quite different. It's a lot darker. I mean, we were about to have open brain surgery on a child in that. Admittedly, it's a Marsh child.
Yeah, admittedly, it's a Marsh child.
Well, what I'm saying is that would be the programme's justification for that, but it's still a child. And then the child died, which was, somewhat unpleasant because I quite liked him. And he saw the Doctor and wanted the Doctor. I love that. Tom's best performance for a what?
Well, I think it's the writing for me. So, as I mentioned when we were watching, I thought Tom was actually very funny.
Yes.
And there were lots of very quotable lines as well.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've seen for a while. It wasn't too cheesy.
But that speech that he gives to the deciders is absolutely spectacular. I'm okay with them forgetting how to pilot the ship, although you've got an issue with that, haven't you, Liv?
Well, I just can't really understand how you can have generations of people preparing a ship and not one of them's clever enough to go, hang on a minute, how does this ship work?
I wonder if you were going to boil it down, is part of the conceit of that, is part of the measure of control only letting one person at a time know the secret?
That nobody knows how to fly it.
So therefore they are sort of cursed with this knowledge and...
But are all the other people really so incurious?
Yeah. Oh, a lovely word, incurious. I love that word. What an amazing thing. Let's give props where props are due. Adric was all right in that.
He was ignorable.
We haven't had the Adric conversation. It's going to happen. We will have that conversation. But now is not the time. Because at the moment, this is shaping... obviously in Doctor Who magazine poll frame of mind, this is shaping up to be a good 8 at the moment.
Oh, I would say so.
Yeah. And
apart from this, you've got to take one off the spiders.
Oh, the spiders are horrible. The spiders are really, really...
Dear.
Sometimes Doctor Who does this when it makes a visual effect like that, and you just think, what? Why?
Even if they just left the fangs off, though.
Yeah.
It didn't even have to be... they could have been just shit. They didn't have to be that shit.
Shit with effort is worse than shit, isn't it?
Shit.
So that genuinely was a really good episode of Doctor Who. But
everybody happy?
But the thing I'm still most taken with is that speech from Tom. For a season where people suggest... Do you know we had this in Pertwee's last season where a lot of the understanding behind it, behind the scenes, that Pertwee had lost interest. And you hear that about this season. I thought that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I'm loving this. I hope this run continues because we need an upswing from Tom.
We do. We don't want him to leave on a...
No, I don't want to leave on a grump with Tom. Anyway, fantastic stuff.